Please stand by.
You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. Your next stop.
Hello, everybody. Patsy Hoolahan here, and we're about to introduce a new segment with a special guest called Kicking It with Nick. And here's Nick. Hi, Nick. How are you?
Hi, Patsy.
So, we've heard that you're very influential in the world of Twilight Zone and different movie stars and directors in old Hollywood. What could you tell us about that?
The Twilight Zone was one of the best shows ever made.
In your opinion, what is the best Twilight Zone episode ever made?
That would be episode 42. It's called Eye of the Beholder. And it's about a woman who goes in for cosmetic surgery. It is everything the Twilight Zone ever professed to be. It's dark and moody, and there's a surprise ending. All Twilight Zones had a twist ending. And very entertaining. It holds your interest. It's from season 2. It's episode 42, Eye of the Beholder. And let's put it this way. If somebody from Mars came down and said, hey, what the hell's the Twilight Zone all about? You would show them this episode, and then they would know.
Very nice. What would you like to say about Rod Serling?
Rod Serling was one of the great writers of television. He came along during the 1950s, the ground floor of the early days of television. He was a true writer, and he was the old typewriter guy, just one of these guys who smoked and typed, and he just he lived for writing.
He smoked and typed? I didn't mean to startle you, Nick. Continue, please.
Thank you very much. Rod Serling was very prolific. He loved to write. He wrote constantly, and he had stories to tell that the network just didn't want to tell because he was telling the truth about a lot of things. So he came to the conclusion that science fiction was the best approach. That way he can tell those stories in any way he wanted to, in any format he could, and still get the message out. That's how the Twilight Zone, cut it off.
Wow, that was really interesting. Well...
Necessity is a mother invention.
What?
I couldn't think of the phrase.
Yeah.
The Twilight Zone ran for 5 years, of which the first 3 were the best. Originality kind of dried up after a while. There were a lot of great ideas in the early days. And it wasn't just him who wrote. He had a staff of writers. They were all very good. Some of the best stories ever told were on that show. And season 1 is probably the best. Season 2 as well. And they were just beautifully told little stories.
Yeah, I think we've heard enough about the Twilight Zone for one night.
All right, then we'll to you on that.
Thank you very much.
right.
Thank you for coming, and don't grab onto the tripod because it'll shake everything up. I see you haven't done much television.
Not with a puppet.
We have a history, and we're going to dig that history up, Nikki. Bye, everybody.
You're going to find old beach tapes.